Hey, what's up everyone? This is mArVo40tWo, and this will be my first video on Hasbro figures, and I'll start with the rockers. This is Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, the rockers. One of my favorite tag team as a kid growing up. Their mechanism's pretty good still. He does the rocker kick, the rocker dropper moves, whatever. Shawn Michaels has the jumping mechanism. They're in pretty good condition. When I was younger, when Shawn Michaels was pretty worn, I had like 3 of these because his torso kept on breaking off from his legs. But yeah, these two are in pretty good condition. I got this from a flea market in Vancouver for a pretty good price. Some of the rockers. Next up is the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch. Butch is right here. These two are in pretty good condition. I got them from my friend Richard Anthony White. Sent me over a dozen wrestlers so far. And these are the Bushwhackers. Their mechanism still works pretty good. This is the Butch. Still pretty good condition. Does the stomp gimmick thing there. Luke does a little down under buster or whatever it's called. That's the Bushwhackers. Next I have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who at this time his name was only the Dragon. I didn't have this figure as a kid, because I didn't like the fins, his dragon fins and all that. It's the one thing I didn't get about the Hasbro. So they all came with their entrance attire. Yeah, this one's not in bad. Like, it's got a few paint wears and scuff marks. Yeah, it's not a bad figure, I guess. The Honky Tonk Man here. Self-proclaimed greatest Intercontinental Champion. He's in great condition. His mechanism's busted though. But the figure is pretty cool. The likenesses are almost right on. $1 Million Man and Virgil. This $1 Million Man is probably my best conditioned figure so far. His mechanism still works pretty good. And it didn't come with a $1 million belt, but I'm hoping my bro hooks me up with a belt. And his bodyguard Virgil, who departed from his associations with DiBiase and their feud there. $1 million belt, but yeah, it's Virgil and his mechanism works pretty good. Looks like his arm's gonna fall off though. Few scuff marks, paint wear. Gotta give him a clean. Same with DiBiase. It's got like a scuff mark there. That's easy to take off though. The Berserker. This is Hacksaw Jim Duggan's body. But yeah, I didn't have this figure as a kid. It's pretty cool. This comes with it's the only one that come with a real clothes. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. When he was part of the new foundation, he wore this silly attire. look like pajama wear. And yeah, they're both in pretty good condition. I think it does the clothesline or the punch gimmick thing there. Yeah, his mechanism's pretty good still, but this is my first video, so yeah. I had to do like, this is like 4th time redoing it over because last night I couldn't really hear myself, so. This is Roddy Piper, just recently passed away, but yeah, one of my favorites growing up. Pretty good figure here. The only mold to use this, and like, he does, his mechanism's broken, but he does a little bit. Yeah, there's the hot rod. Heartbreak Kid. It's the second Shawn Michaels figure. This is one I had for a bit when I was younger. I remember I gave some away, and I had some at home, and yeah, they got stolen. He was one of them. I only had him for like a week. It's heartbroken. Yeah, this is HBK. This is not a bad figure. He's got his tattoo there. And back in his Heartbreak Kid days. Texas Tornado, Gary Von Erich. It's pretty neat. I remember having this guy growing up. I traded him for Typhoon. Yeah, I didn't really like it, and I tried trading him back, but a buddy that I traded didn't want to. He was just laying around, and I had an extra Macho Man, and my brother was really good at customizing these, and he took Texas Tornado's head off and put it on Randy Savage's body on the first one, and made a pretty good customized Gary Von Erich. But yeah, that's Texas Tornado. He does the spin mechanism thing there. It's pretty good likeness. It's a good figure. Another's Tatanka. He does the same. He looks like the dude from Indian in the Cupboard, though. Doesn't look like Tatanka. And yeah, this is a pretty good figure. He had 2 figures, but they were both the same. They didn't change anything, actually. These 2 are my favorites of all time. I had to secretly like Rick Rude, though, because back then, if you liked a heel, you were looked at as a, I don't know, people would just criticize you, but Rick Rude was one of my favorites growing up. I always won against the Ultimate Warrior when he was facing Rick Rude. This is Rick Rude. This punch mechanism, headlock punch, still works. So, yeah, Rick Rude. The Ravishing one. Jake the Snake Roberts, another one. One of my favorites. People always ask why he wasn't champion. I don't think he needed a belt. He was over without it. He had great mic skills. And he was just a great worker. I was kind of sad to see him leave after WrestleMania 8. But yeah, it's Jake the Snake. This is another one of my favorite figures here. This is the Ultimate Warrior. Does the running punch mechanism thing there, or whatever this is. I didn't, when I had this as a kid, and I didn't really play with them. My friend gave me got this to me through, yeah, it's a pretty good figure. It's immaculate condition. It's probably my second best figure. That's in pretty good condition. Stick them behind here. And here's another one of my favorite figures, The Undertaker. Not a very good likeness, but this figure's in pretty good condition. It's got the ginger hair. There's like 3 other figures that have darker hair, and one has comes with his trench jacket. Yeah, it's one of my favorite figures. As a kid, it was like I wasn't too keen on The Undertaker, but over time he grew on me. And still sad about his streak. I guess it had to end. But yeah, this is The Undertaker. His mechanism works. Got Hulkster and Andre the Giant. Last but not least, Andre, never really seen much of him. He was right at the beginning of his retirement when I started watching wrestling in '88. Like, I seen it on wrestling when I was younger, but I wasn't really into it until I seen WrestleMania 3. But yeah, never really seen much of Andre. But yeah, he was an attraction. Pretty good figure. He has a little worn on the arms, pretty loose. But yeah, his figure is pretty good. Like, there's no scuff marks on him or anything, other than his arms being loose. Stick him back there by the Undertaker. This is Hulk Hogan. It was a big mark for Hulk Hogan. His mechanism's busted though. But as I got older, I read his books and read all the blogs and watched all the videos on him and started to dislike him more, but how much of an a-hole he was. And after watching his wrestling matches, like, he wasn't a very good wrestler. He was good on the mic, great performer, but pretty crappy wrestler. Yeah, this is a pretty good figure though. I'll stick them back here. And this is my Hasbro collection. So far, 20 wrestlers. And there's some wrestling magazines my brother picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is mArVo40tWo.